Good day, chess fans. Good day, viewers and subscribers of Pinoy Chess, both at Facebook and at YouTube. So, I know you are all too familiar with the Clutch Chess Champion Showdown at the United States, or we can say online because actually this is an online game between top players, mostly elite players, and most of them are from the United States. And the one that went to the finals is Fabiano Caruana and Wesley So. And I got an interesting situation here, which I have read here at chess.com, that actually Wesley So had already won this championship on the 11th game. The score was 9-6. As you can see here, if we read this game here, or we read the article here, it says after a draw, So won the fourth game or the 10th of the match and then also the 11th, which were coming too soon. So was leading 9-6 before the final game, which meant he had won the tournament. The reason was that even if Caruana would win the final game and tie the score, the first tiebreak was number of clutch points, which was in So's favor. As it turned out, neither player knew that the match was already decided a round before the end, and they thought there was going to be a tie-break match. So you can see here that Wesley even or St. Louis Club even tweeted, or is this a tweet? Yes. Biggest takeaway of the day from Wesley. So next time I should read the contract more carefully. So however, this really benefited Fabiano because uh, so this is, I think, the 11th game which Wesley won. So as of the 11th game, he had already won the champion showdown. And on the 12th game, Caruana, since both of them really did not know that the championship was already decided, Caruana did his best to level the game. So in that case, he was given a bonus point. So Caruana ended up winning the final game, it says here, which was not good for first place but still got him the $3,000 clutch bonus. I was very proud of this game, he said. So it says here that every game counts in the United States, or as in the case of the sponsor of this Class Chess Champions Showdown, every game is worth it. Every game is compensated. So it really is good to be a top player playing in this tournament because even if that game would not matter anymore for the championship, then that game would be compensated for what you have done. So since Caruana was able to increase his clutch points, he was given a $3,000 clutch bonus. So I don't know what is the top price for the players here, what are the price in terms of your ranking, but having a $3,000 bonus means if you include the first placer price of Caruana, definitely it's a big amount in total. So let's see the game that mattered most for Caruana to get the $3,000 bonus. So I think this is a Roy Lopez game. Oh no, this is a Queen's Pawn game. Oh no, I think it's an Indian game. Let's go to the point of view of Fabiano. So Wesley as a d4, d6 from Fabiano, knight f3, knight f6, c4, and we have here an Indian game by Fabiano by moving with g6 and knight c3, and we have bishop f5. So he has even delayed bishop g7 here in order to prevent Fabi from controlling the e4 square. So in this case, Fabiano was able to control the e4 square. Okay, g3 by Wesley, and we have knight e4. So this was really the intention of bishop f5 early on, and we have queen b3 by Wesley. So knight takes c3. So Here, it's not good to take on b7 because it would be met by bishop, uh, I think bishop e4. And then if you go d5, and we have here knight bd7, and the e5 and c5 squares are weakened. Thus, if Wesley would take with b takes c3, and then we have bishop g7 attacking the c3 pawn. So it's not what happened because it's not good for Wesley to take immediately on b7. So b takes c3, and we have now bishop e4 from Fabi protecting the b7 square. Okay, bishop g2, bishop g7, castles, and knight e1. Wesley intending to exchange his bishop, so Fabi did just that. Knight takes g2, and we have here b6 in order to prevent queen takes b7, and then e4, and we have here knight c6. Wesley attacked the c6 knight, which was just defended by the queen, going to e8. Okay, e5. Fabi intends to fix this c4 pawn here, and it's to be attacked by the knight. Okay, knight e3, defending the c4 pawn, and we have queen d7 by Fabi, and then intending to make the move f5. So Wesley makes a king move here, and then rook a e8. Okay, bishop g2, Wesley completing his development and connecting the two rooks. Knight b7. Wesley Pavi here intends to bring the knight back into action with knight c5. So it just means he wants to centralize his knight because it's doing nothing at a5. Okay, so g4 here. We have bishop h6. So Wesley intends to take the knight at e3, which is protecting the g4 pawn. And we have here a sacrifice by Wesley, which Fabi did not take. So what would happen if he takes that sacrifice? I think he can't take it actually. I thought it's a sacrifice. The bishop at h6 was double attacked by the bishop at d2 and the knight at f5. So it's not really possible to take the knight because it would result to bishop takes h6, and then the rook at f8 cannot move to any square to save himself. So this is what Fabi did. Okay, so takes, and actually still the rook is trapped, but maybe Wesley really intends to to exchange that rook for that bishop because that bishop is very powerful. So no, not Wesley, Fabi. I'm sorry. So this is what happened. Check. Actually, Fabi could draw this if he wants to with a check on g4 and f3. It is a perpetual check, but he doesn't want it because he thinks he can still win the championship. So it's good for him that he thinks he still has a chance that he did not go for a draw here, thus earning him additional $3,000. Okay, bishop takes the rook on f8, and then rook takes bishop. So here you can see that Fabiano is quality down in terms of material, but his knight can control a lot of squares here. Okay, so you see the knight is coming to life. Rook e3, check by Fabi, and then Wesley just moves the king away. I don't know why Wesley, no, I think I see it. Wesley does not want to go with rook g3 because the queen would take on e4, further strengthening the hold of the knight. The knight is coming to life with that uh, kind of move, because if queen takes e4 and then f takes e4, then Wesley has a passed pawn here, although there's still a pawn at f2, but it could prove to be very strong in the endgame. Okay, so that's not what happened. So king h1 was the move, and then Wesley took on e4 with the knight. So you may thinking here there would be a fork on the queen and the knight, but Fabi has a solution there. So f3 by Wesley, and Fabi goes queen f4. Okay, so rook 3 e1. So that's the only move there, or could also move with rook e2, but rook e1 was the move chosen by Wesley. And knight goes to g5. Okay, so the king is starting to move. So Wesley wants to exchange queens here. Okay, Fabi just says, okay, if you want to exchange queens, then I'll go for it too. Okay, so what would happen here? Fabi just go f4. If g takes f4, then rook takes f4, then the rook is very strong. It could take the defenseless pawn at c4. Okay, so Wesley just makes the move g4 and refuses to exchange the pawn. Okay, what would happen next here is king f6 and then king g2. And then a thematic breakthrough was made here using e4. Just give up the pawn by going e4. And then we have here f takes e4, and then we have king e5 protecting the f4 pawn, actually doubly protecting it with the king on e5 and with the rook on uh, f8. So white is helpless here. Yeah, white is helpless. Uh, his pawns would start falling. Okay, takes, and then rook h8, rook g1, and we have h5. Okay, g takes h5, and rook takes h5. So it's not good to make the move f or g takes h5. So you cannot use this pawn to take the pawn at h5, because the rook could go to g5 here. So what did Fabi did is rook takes h5, and the rook takes on g6, and then we have here rook h3 check, and that would be that would actually remove uh, the pawn at c3, which is guarding the d4 square, allowing for the king to escape. Come, white would make the check on e6. If this c3 pawn is not removed, then a check on e6 by the rook would result to a checkmate, because there's a pawn at e4 protecting the e5 square, so the king cannot escape there. Fabi's king cannot escape there, so this check is very important. And then king e2, rook takes c3, and rook e6 by Wesley would not result to a checkmate. And as you can see here, all most of Wesley's pawns would fall. Okay, so let's try doing it. No, it can't be, because this is a just a board from coming from this article, so we cannot add a move. Okay, so as you can see here, because of this win by Fabi, he received an additional of $3,000. Wow, just imagine how uh, well compensated these top players are. So thank you for watching my video. I hope you watch more of my video here at Pinoy Youth Chess. Bye-bye!